Hi, my name's Marie. I was a patient at Upper Cervical Health Center, and now I am an employee. And I'd like to introduce Dr. Weaver to let our viewers know why she became an upper cervical doctor. Dr. Weaver?
All right, thank you, Marie. That's a very awesome question to ask, and I hope some of the viewers that are watching today can benefit from my testimony. First of all, I want to say at age 10 is kind of when my health started going down, and I got into a really bad bike accident. And what happened was I was just riding normally, and a horsefly landed on my shoulder. Believe it or not, a horsefly swapped it off, lost control of the bike, ended up falling on my head. Parents freaked out, took me to the emergency room, and I got all stitched up. And on the outside, after I healed, the bruises and the scratches and everything, I was healed. But inside, something happened because a year later, I started developing asthma and allergies. In fact, it was so severe that I was put on inhalers and breathing treatments and tons of allergy shots. And my parents didn't know that chiropractic could help asthma, so they took me to the asthma and allergy specialist in Charlotte. So we went there and did multiple rounds of medications, and I wasn't getting any better. In fact, I was getting worse. And as a small child, I always wanted to be a doctor. And in fact, I wanted to be a pediatrician. But if I knew that this wasn't helping me, how can I pursue that? So at age 16, I became a Christian and just started developing my faith with the Lord. And I was praying to Him because I knew that all of us have a purpose. And I knew that my purpose was to be a doctor. I just didn't know what kind. And so I started praying to the Lord, what did I want to, what did He want me to do with the rest of my life? And I just felt like chiropractor came into my brain somehow, the word chiropractic. And at the time, I'd never been to a chiropractor, had no idea what chiropractic was. But I started doing a lot of research and started learning about chiropractic and learning about the philosophy of how our body can heal from within. And so it kind of got me thinking of, why do I have this asthma? Like, what happened? Why did I start developing these health conditions when I was so healthy when I was younger? So I started school, and as I was asking other doctors about this question, I learned about upper cervical, and actually went to an upper cervical doctor, and I got well. And I learned the term subluxation, which means that there was a bone at a place. And you remember I mentioned that bike accident? Well, that bike accident, when I fell on my head, actually got misaligned a bone that actually caused my body to be what we call subluxated. And so my brain couldn't communicate as well to the lungs like it could before the accident, and that's why I started developing this asthma. So when I went to the upper cervical doctor, just within a few months, I started not using my inhaler as much and not using my breathing treatments, and before you know it, I was not doing any of the medication for asthma and allergies at all. And so I've been under care for 10 years, and I'm happy to say that I've not had any asthma attacks, hadn't been in and out of the hospital for asthma, hadn't taken any inhaler in 10 years, and it's just amazing for me to say that to you guys. So, not only did the Lord tell me to become a chiropractor, but actually saved my life, because now I can go and run and do the things that I like to do without having to think I'm not going to be able to breathe to do those things. So I'm glad that I'm sharing this testimony with you. Hopefully that this testimony speaks to you and that you can find your answers for your health. Thank you for viewing.